Here we are again. Today we got some modern guns on the table, just in case you were worried I didn't have any modern guns. So we've got a USC 45. We've got a Thureon defense. They say model GA. I don't know what GA stands for. I can tell you a little story about this Thureon. It's kind of a cool story. So when I saw these come out, naturally I wanted to see how it shoots, and the cartridge that I liked was 357 SIG. So I ordered the 357 SIG. It shows up, I go pick it up, and I take it out and I'm shooting the thing. I just buy whoever makes the ammunition, I can't remember, and it goes full auto, like da 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 da. And so then I think, well, maybe it's the sear that's not working or something like that. I take it out, I clean it, assume something is maybe temporary, which is stupid because mechanical things are never temporary. Try it again and it goes full auto again. So then I phoned the company, and I don't remember the name of the CEO of Thureon. I'll just flip this around so you can see this side. It's a left-hand bolt operating, which is nice. I like that, which is kind of the German style. Anyhow, I phoned the CEO, or I emailed him, I forget, and what fantastic service. Now, it took a while. So this thing was 357 SIG. Actually, I have to correct myself. He said send it back, so I sent it back to him, and then it took a while for me to get a 45 ACP, because I think they tried to get the 357 SIG to work. In fact, I remember what happened. He sent me this kit, which was a big recoil spring, a different bolt, and some kind of buffers. So I installed all these things, and what they had to deal with was the 357 SIG is a pretty saucy round. So I gather the bolt speed was too great. This is a blowback action, so there's no locking. It's just the force of the spring and the inertia of the bolt that holds it closed. And at some point, the energy invested in the bolt by firing overpowers the spring and gets everything moving, blah, blah, blah. Anyhow, so he sent me this kit, and I installed everything, and I can't remember what happened. It either didn't work at all, or it did the same machine gun thing. So I said, this is a good idea, and I wanted it to work. And he was such a good guy, and I'm sure he is a good guy. And so eventually I ended up with this 45 ACP with the rail and everything. He sent me this thing, which is extra charge, but he didn't charge me anything. So here it is. And so why is this on the table? Because I already had these USCs. I've got a couple of these. Now, they come with these polygonal rifled barrels, and what you see here is not the factory barrel. So why is that? I went to the range with these polygonal rifled barrels, which means there's rifling, but it's a brilliant concept. There aren't lands and grooves like a regular rifle. Rather, the spin is accomplished by means of a polygonal bore, which is great for cleaning, and there should theoretically be very little wear, especially with these low velocity cartridges. Anyway, I went to the range and I decided that it wasn't good enough for me, which is usually a big mistake. And I got some clever machinist to make me a couple of barrels in 45 ACP. I wanted them longer, and so this is it. It's not a factory item. And are they accurate? Yeah, right now this thing is phenomenal. It has magazines that are unique to this model, so they're not Glock mags or any other kind of mag. You have to buy these, and naturally it's kind of the civilian version of the UMP. And I show this to a lot of people, and typically they say it's not black, and they want the thing to look like the UMP. I don't know. They'll even go and paint it and send it to people who paint it and do other things to change the appearance. But I never thought that this was that much of a disaster. I thought the gray and black looks okay. but maybe there's something wrong with me. It has the left-hand operating lever. Very simple to take apart, and you've probably noticed on my videos, I don't shoot much and I don't take things apart much because I leave that to the owner. And I think either there's a lot on YouTube, or if you buy the gun, it's easy to do. This one is fantastic. You just have an Allen key on this side and an Allen key on this side, and the whole thing takes apart in a second. The bolt slides out the back, and reassembly is simple. I guess if there was one fault somebody could say, it's related to time, and that is you have to turn these screws out, which is no big deal. So anyway, getting back to the Thureon. Oh, I put this on. I forget why. Anyway, it looked cool, so I bought it. It's a Magpul, great company. And with the Magpul, you get that extra element of control. It's hard to think that something this simple and inexpensive would give you that kind of control, but it works. And again, you probably know more about it than I do. I like the operating lever on both of them. Left side, the H&K is a little further forward. There's a hold open feature. I don't know, maybe there is. I don't think there is on this one. Oh, this one takes Glock mags, which is a good feature. And it's kind of the AR concept, this pivoting clamshell design. And way back when I went through basic training, and so you're comfortable with this kind of design. But overall, which is the better firearm? I mean, that is so subjective. But there's something about the H&K. I don't know. It's great. You would think that that's not my opinion because I changed the barrel and all that. But this polymer setup is great, and the way it handles recoil. And I guess it is based on that UMP in the end. But so in short, if you like a unique design and something different, the H&K, if it's still available, I'm not sure it is maybe the way to go. And if you wanted the AR kind of feeling, and this great rail, I have a Trigicon which I pop on here, and it's excellent. And of course, the 45 is not a long-range proposition. It has the adjustable stock, which the other one, the H&K, doesn't have. And then sitting on the table, I just have this AR on the table, just to, you can see the heritage of the Thureon. But like I said, this is a great unit. This H&K, and with the original barrel, it's very compact. But as you probably gathered, I like, going to the range, and there's a little extra velocity from the longer barrel. So there we go. That's some modern guns, Thureon and H&K, and I didn't touch anything. In fact, I almost never modify a factory gun unless there's a really compelling reason to do so. At the same time, I love seeing the creative ideas of other gun owners, and sometimes when I'm at the range, I'll see one or another gun that's dipped or modified, and it's fantastic. It's it really is something. Anyhow, that's it. So you could buy either one of these and be completely happy. And thanks for watching.